Hey friends, this is Dolynny TV. Glad to have you aboard this morning as it's an early morning edition here on the channel and before work as we get set up for the Seattle Kraken tonight as the Oilers look to once again get back into first place in the Pacific Division. The Vegas Golden Knights last night winning 4-1 over top of the Florida Panthers to once again regain first place in the division. So we'll see what happens here. I just wanted to touch base. Basically, we're playing the Seattle Kraken on a Monday night. Now, the biggest thing for the Oilers is they've had a pretty good history so far in the short time facing the Seattle Kraken and coming off of the game against the Buffalo Sabres where your goaltending bailed you out. I think with Connor McDavid back in the lineup, it is pretty safe to say that this should be an offensive explosion kind of game for the Edmonton Oilers. And that's really all I've got for you here in this morning's edition is just my expectations for tonight are a little sky high compared to, I think, most games. I think I'm always talking about playing the weaker teams and trying to pile up the goals. But with Connor McDavid coming back from suspension and obviously the struggle fest against Buffalo to score the goals that ultimately would win us the game, more so just get the saves to win the game. I'm expecting tonight the Edmonton Oilers come up with a huge offensive effort. And why is that? Well, because they still have something to play for, right? This would be the first time with Connor McDavid in the lineup over the last little bit that we have a chance to jump into first place. And for the Oilers jumping into first place, it's going to be very important all the way leading up until the Four Nations break. So if the Oilers can continue to battle for first place against Vegas, kind of go back and forth, and then suddenly, get a couple of losses out of Vegas and start taking sole possession for more than a day or two at a time, that will really start trending towards the trade deadline, trending towards what will ultimately as well be the end of the season and hopefully a first place finish in either the Pacific or the Western Conference. Again, winning the West would be a huge asset for the Oilers because then that gives you a pretty good chance of also having home ice in the Stanley Cup Finals. So this morning, a very important day as Connor McDavid comes back. Looking forward to hopefully catching what Connor has to say following his suspension today, and then as well seeing what the Oilers have to do against the Seattle Kraken following what was, again, maybe a lackluster offensive showing against the Buffalo Sabres in which your goaltending bails you out. Again, that's not to say we didn't win. So we'll see what happens here, friends, but thanks for being aboard. Just wanted to throw you a quick addition this morning as we get set up for a big day against the Seattle Kraken. For right now, though, as always, I'm up on out of here.